We're going to get the lesson.
Good. What,
Okay.
clams, razor clams or something?
Razor.
Oh, okay.
You do the best.
Good morning, Milton, Bev. What I've done here so far is I like to dry off my razor clams completely so they're nice and dry. Then we're going to put a couple in here into the little sack of flour. Just straight white flour. Shake them up a little bit. Make sure you get a good coating on them. And then we're going to put them into an egg wash. And we're going to make sure they get nice and dipped with the egg. Then we're going to put them into what I like to use is the Progresso breadcrumbs, Italian style. Okay. Seems like they have a little more flavor. You can buy, there's 3 different types of Progresso crumbs. And then we're just going to put some crumbs on them. Make sure they're covered nice. And there we are, the first one. The first of many. Got a whole nother platter over there. I think you'll like these. Okay, we're going to put a couple more in the flour. I find it's easier in a bag instead of putting on a plate because it's quicker. Then when you're done with the mess, then you just put the extra breadcrumbs in here, and everything goes in here, and you're done with your mess.
You don't have to wash the bag either, do you?
No. We don't wash the bag.
We don't have to wash dishes.
Yep. Okay, so this one's going to come out. And now we're going to put these ones that we've dipped in the egg. Egg and milk is what I use. I used about 4 eggs and some milk. I don't really measure anything. Never really have. Anyway, Milton, he likes these things for some odd reason. So we're going to turn this on here now.
And so what kind of grease are you using?
I am using olive oil, extra virgin.
Okay.
And I use quite a bit. Always have. Just it seems like the more in there, the little bit better. Mm-hmm. I'm going to clean off my counter a little bit with all the flour and all the good stuff. So in a couple more minutes, when the oil gets hot, we'll be eating razor clams in about 5 minutes.
That's quick.
Yeah.
Can you do it that quick? Well, you're going to have to learn. Looks like to me like you need a bigger pan, baby.
I need a new one.
Well, you need a bigger.
Yeah, I think so.
So, commercial crab fishing and all other things. He also fishes for tuna fish. Mm-hmm. Tuna fish and crab.
Mainly tuna and crab anymore. Used to black cod and salmon fish and whatever was open. That's what we.
You gotta realize that when these guys are offshore for 30 days, you gotta learn to cook.
Yeah.
I've always ended up being cook on the boat, any boat I ever worked on, or whatnot. I've been cooking since I was like 14. When I get home from work in the morning, my mom would be gone, my dad would be gone fishing. So it's like, well, what am I going to have for breakfast? Well, I better learn how to do something.
Yeah.
So obviously I've learned well. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry these quick. They'll take like maybe a minute aside. Then I'll put them on another rack over here and soak them up a little bit and sprinkle on there.
Oh, okay.
Which is excellent,
yeah.
For all seafood and meats and whatnot. It's my favorite. And then we'll be able to dig in.
All right, sounds good.
I think I'll get a little tartar sauce from behind here.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, Milton's quite the entertainer. He knows just about everybody west of the Rockies, I would assume. They've all gone
famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've all gone fishing with Milton, and he catches lots of fish.
They love me or they hate me, but they all know me.
Is that a good thing?
I'm not sure sometimes.
It's got to be a good thing.
It's just life. It's having fun,
Yeah.
enjoying things, and having good food to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever had clams for breakfast before?
No, I've never had clams at all, period.
You're in for a treat.
Oh. clams and fried eggs and hash browns. Clams for lunch. Clams for dinner. My friend came down last week and he makes the best clam chowder. We ate on that. He says, well, if you're going to have clam chowder, put clams in it. Don't just drape one or two through it. So I think we had a whole limit of clams just in a pot about that big. And, oh man, it was really good.
Because
Yeah.
you go to a restaurant, they don't even leave a piece of it. They just
You have maybe a
throw it.
creamy potato.
Yeah.
You know, like it is if we're going to have clams, we're just going to eat lots of clams.
Looks like your grease must be getting warm.
It's just about there.
What kind of a skillet do you have there anyway?
It's a Cuisinart. It's old. I've tried to look for another one. This one's just about worn out. I use it a lot.
Yes,
A lot.
a lot.
Crab cakes, clams, oysters,
Salmon.
spaghetti sauce in there. You name it. We just, you know, one time, well, not one time, but on a boat, sometimes you're limited to cooking, so you don't really have an oven.
Right.
So if we have just this, we can get by that in a microwave. And I've cooked roasts in there and everything else. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, well here we go.
So, just laying in there.
Just lay them in there. I think I can get about 6 or 7 in there. Maybe more. Yep, about that many. Now I'm going to have to turn a little fan on in here. Now it shouldn't take a whole lot longer than see how they're nice and golden brown here?
Yeah.
It doesn't take long to cook them, especially when your grease is nice and hot like this. It doesn't take any time at all. But like I say, the longer you cook them, the harder they're going to get.
Is that called tough?
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Yeah, they get to where you're going to be chewing for a while instead of not too long. So yeah, usually you sit here with a glass of wine, and Milt and I have a glass of wine while we're cooking and look out at the island. And if you can see, you'd see all the way down to Seaside.
This morning we couldn't see
Oh,
much
really?
on the beach.
Yeah, it was pretty
You
fun.
could, when you drove up the approach, you couldn't even see the ocean, could you?
No, we couldn't see the ocean at all this morning. My mileage on my truck is just getting mild. It doesn't give me sense.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not very good yet.
The other day I just went to close to where I've been going, and then I just found a clear spot to park and nobody around. Walked down and, 5-10 minutes. I dug maybe in the size from here to the refrigerator, just 4 feet wide and 8 feet long. That was it. Clams everywhere.
You get bigger clams than we get. What's the other one? No. For some reason.
I had some real nice ones today, Milt.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
You do it tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And maybe I'll either follow or drive with you.
You can never have too many razor clams stockpiled.
Well, nothing else. They also make excellent crab meat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Excellent crab meat.
The crabs really is a delicacy for them too, but they're easy to get, and they really do like them. But they do cost a lot of money for us to bait, about $3 a pound for
Yep.
Oh,
clams in the shell.
in the shell. Oh, gee.
Yeah.
That is,
That's
yeah.
expensive, yeah.
That's
Very
expensive.
expensive.
When you got 600-700 crab pots, it takes about 3 boxes, which is about $600 worth of razor clams just to bait
Wow.
1 can.
Wow.
Yep.
So now we're going to let this get a little warm again. Now the smaller ones cook real fast. If you get a real big clam, usually I separate the digger, which is this part right here, the foot. I'll separate that completely from the clam because this, thinner part cooks so much faster, whereas this doesn't cook as fast.
Right.
So it's real hard you'll either overcook this
Or
to get that done.
Yeah.
So I'll separate the diggers a lot of times.
The bigger part of the clam, show you the clam, it's trying to go back in.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
I was surprised how fast.
Oh, understand that. Well, lucky you and I wouldn't be hands down. Oh, by the way,
He's such a
Dan,
fresh guy, isn't he?
let me tell you something. You know, she got out there and she blew that clam whistle.
Good.
Bam, the
Boy,
clams
they were just
were
right
right there,
there.
just like that.
All them volcanoes just popped right up.
I thought it was just for me walking around. I'm so heavy now. They just start pumping up.
Yeah. Yeah, they clump. And they heard that whistle go off. It was good. But she did a good job.
Good. I just like digging them myself. It's just fun to get out there, you know.
We got back into the truck this morning, and I said, "What do you smell?"
Clam.
It's a good smell.
Yeah, it is.
Anytime you have good fresh seafood, it's kind of a sweet smell.
Mm-hmm.
If it's offensive to you, any kind of fish or any product, it's not good. You definitely rinse it off, but it's like, oh my God, you know, not good. If you can smell it and it's rancid to you, don't eat it.
Good, healthy, fresh food.
So you know seafood's good for you.
It is, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that.